Every offseason, Major League Baseball front offices set out to engineer a flawless 162-game machine. These organizations commit hundreds of millions of dollars to individual players, locking in decade-long extensions and quarter-billion-dollar free agent deals before a single pitch is thrown. But the moment the umpire yells "play ball" in early April, those pristine, mathematically perfect models usually start to burn. It happens every spring. We're left wondering why the gap between what a supercomputer projects in December and what actually happens on the dirt in April is so extreme. The spreadsheet expects averages, but the first month of baseball is defined by human variance and the limits of predictive data. In a late April 2026 poll of 20 front office executives, leaders across the league anonymously admitted how thoroughly the first 30 games broke their projections. The New York Mets, despite carrying one of the most expensive rosters in the sport, collapsed into a 12-game losing streak that no model could have forecasted. This underperformance led to immediate turnover, with the Red Sox firing manager Alex Cora after starting the season 7 games back in the division. While the heavyweights stumbled, underdog rosters like the Pirates and Reds, teams with significantly lower financial footprints, surged to the top of the National League Central. Even with the most sophisticated analytics in professional sports, the opening month proves that baseball remains inherently resistant to a spreadsheet. Take Padres reliever Mason Miller. Entering late April, he had gone 34 2/3 innings without allowing a single run. This chart ranks the longest scoreless streaks by relievers since 1961. You can see Miller sitting in the 8th spot, just behind historical runs by J.C. Ramiro and Craig Kimbrell. That statistically perfect run didn't end with a home run. It died when a softly hit tapper up the third base line rolled just fair, a play so close it was non-reviewable. That one fair ball led to 3 straight base runners and a wild pitch, erasing months of dominance in a matter of minutes. Despite the sudden pressure, Miller didn't spiral. He ignored the lost streak, focused on the next batter, and struck out Alex Bregman on a 90-mile-per-hour slider to save the game. Math can calculate a pitcher's strikeout rate, but it can't account for a ball rolling fair by an inch. Miller preserved the win because he stopped dwelling on the streak the moment the situation changed. The executive poll revealed that individual player development is just as difficult to timeline as luck. Jordan Walker had posted negative value for 3 years before suddenly surging to a 1.7 WAR in April, ranking in the top 5% of the league in exit velocity and bat speed. Conversely, Rafael Devers, who signed a $313 million deal, saw his strikeout rate jump over 30% as his power mysteriously vanished. Human regression and breakouts are fundamentally nonlinear. A player can find or lose their swing in a single week, rendering long-term financial models useless on a month-to-month basis. Elite players face a specific type of stress during these slumps. Kyle Tucker entered the season under the weight of a $240 million contract with the Dodgers. When you're paid that much to push a team to a championship, a cold start creates immediate, suffocating pressure from the fans and the media. To help Tucker find his footing, manager Dave Roberts moved him down to the cleanup spot, trying to let the game slow down for him. It worked. In a critical 9th-inning moment against the Marlins, Tucker stayed back on a splitter and drove a game-winning 2-run single up the middle. The highest-paid stars survive these early failures by trusting their fundamental process and waiting for the variance to normalize. Despite all the surprises and the early collapses, the executive poll ended with a revealing consensus. When asked to predict the final division winners, the executives almost universally stuck with their preseason favorites: the Dodgers, the Braves, and the Yankees. These leaders are betting that over a full 6-month schedule, the sheer talent on these rosters will eventually bury the early bad luck. Foundational pieces like Garrett Cole will provide the stability April lacks. The first month of the season acts as a high-pressure filter for these multi-billion-dollar investments. Teams that survive the chaos do so by absorbing variance with the same stoicism that executives use to build their models in the first place.